Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make this double pocket envelope for our junk journals. We are making this from a 6x6 paper pad. We're making more junk journal ephemera, but first let's have our shout out to the trucking scribe, Shauna, Norma, Lala Gamma, and Julie. I appreciate each and every one of you. Isn't this adorable? Oh my goodness, this is what we're going to be making today. So it ties closed with sari silk, and I purchased it from Crimson Heart Studios, and I will link her shop down below. I've got a beautiful little piece of sewing trim, some lavender lace, a little bit of flat back pearls. We open it up, oh my goodness, and inside we have two pockets. So there's one in the back. I've got this journaling card, and then there's one in the front where I have two journaling cards. So you could put lots of pieces inside to journal on. This would be a lovely addition to your junk journal, or maybe some happy mail, or even to help you stuff that special Easter basket. Alrighty, so let's get started. So you know that if you've been following me, that we have been working out of this paper pad right here. And this is the Paper Studio. It's cardstock, vintage floral. And they're lovely papers in here. I have recently purchased this. I purchased it from Hobby Lobby, so I know it's available, and that's what we've been using. Now, I do something different to my paper pads, so I'm going to grab the one that I want to use today. I want to use this one, and I've already removed my other one, and that was this one. It came out of this pad. It was just a little harder to find because it wasn't as dark. And what I like to do with them is I like to bring in my coffee mixture. And my coffee mixture is simply dried coffee. And I like to use a couple different brands. When you go to the grocery store, look at that, the dried instant coffee. And you can see that they're different colors. I like to purchase at least a couple of them, and I like to mix them. And then I just add water, and so I make my little coffee slurry, and I use my sponge brush. I love using the sponge brush, and I simply paint my coffee mixture onto the back of my paper pad paper. Just like that. It's very simple and easy. If you don't like the color, maybe it's too dark, add a little water. If it's not dark enough, add some more coffee crystals. So there's no recipe, you just make it the way you like. So I've got that one painted. I'm going to turn it over. Now if, like here, it's kind of bled over to the front, I love that look. I think that look is awesome. So now we're going to do our second piece, and I'm just simply painting it on. It's very relaxing and fun. Usually when I get my coffee slurry out, I like to do a large stack of things. But then again, sometimes you just need that one piece, and you can just do one separately. I do keep my coffee slurry in a jar in the refrigerator, and it will last quite a long time in the refrigerator. Let me clean up. We'll get our pages dry, and we're going to make this beautiful double pocket envelope together. I'll show you how. All right, so now you have your two pages ready to start designing with. You need to decide which one you want for the flap. For the flap of the envelope, like this one, this darker purple. So I think I would like to have my darker pink for my flap. Now, as you can see, they have flowers on them, and the flowers have stems. So to me, that's kind of an up and down type of way, shall we say. And I think what I'd like to do, although as I look at this, I can't put it anywhere where the stems are going straight down. The way the print is on this one, the stems are straight down. This one it's not going to be, but I don't want the stems to be straight in the air. So I think I'd like to have this one, no, wait a second here. I'm bending it over like this. Yeah, either way it's going to be on the side. There's no way around this. Yes, there is. Right there. What am I talking about? If I make it like this, or my stems and my flowers are going to be straight down. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to lay it down on my mat just like this, and I'm going to lightly mark the center. Now I'm going to take this point and I'm going to fold it. Now I'm not going to fold it so it's crooked or anything like this. I want to try to make it go straight down. If you're having trouble getting it straight down, you can always make sure that it's straight this way as well. So you're making a corner this way, a corner. So I'm folding it. I'm just going to crease it with my bone folder. I'm going to take the other side. I'm going to fold it right up to the other one, just like this. I need to pull it down just a smidgen. There we go. And crease it. So now we look just like this. So what I want to do now is I want to take my sponge that I have my Distress Oxide Frayed Burlap on, and I've got that on my sponge. So I'm just going to run my sponge on here lightly. Well, it seems like it's kind of dark, but it's a brand new pad. It's a new color for me, and I'm really enjoying it. So we've got that on there. I'm going to do a little bit right here. A little bit right here, because you're going to see that in our envelope. All right. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to lay it this way. And I'm going to lay this side on another grid line. And I want to fold this over about a ½ inch. So I'm going to see if I can lay it, keep it still, and I'm going to fold it a ½ inch. Just like that, and give it a crease. Alrighty, so right here I'm going to highlight this fold. So from this point to the fold line is about a ½ inch, and that's what we are doing. So now we look just like that. Let's go ahead and take your glue. Now I'm using art glitter glue. You use the glue of your choice. And we're simply going to glue what we folded down. We're going to glue it completely down. So gluing this side and gluing this side. I'm just going to take my bone folder. I'm going to make sure that we get, I'm going to need to get a little piece of paper towel here. Oh goodness, do I have one? No, I don't have one, so here. This one is a little stained up, but that's okay. It has coffee stain on it. That's all right. And just going to make sure that it's all creased down and glued well. And that is the flap of your envelope. It's going to come down further than this piece right here. That's okay. We'll take care of that a little bit later. Let's set it aside and let it dry. The next thing that we want to do is you're going to take your second piece. This is the piece that's going to be the body of your envelope. Oh, that's going to look lovely. And if you have a print that you want to, check out which way looks best, this is the time you want to do that. I really like it this way. So I'm going to fold it in half so that that side that I liked is going to be in the front. Like that. Now we're going to open it back up again. We're going to find the middle once again, and then we're going to bring in our hole punch, our 1½ inch hole punch, and we're simply going to take a notch out of it, just right like that. just a little tiny piece. Remove it, and you've got a little thumb notch. Because I've inked up my project, I'm going to continue with that, and I'm going to just ink it just a little bit. It's not going to take a whole lot because we've coffee dyed it, so it's already pretty much taken care of. And excuse me, because you can see through to the back of this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink the back. Now, if you don't ink, you don't have to worry about any of this. Excuse me, guys, that cough is still lingering. We're going to place it so that this is going to go on the back of this. So it's going to go on just like that, the back. Now this is going to make our back pocket. If you want, you could put another thumb notch in, but I didn't because I just didn't want to me, it's unnecessary to have a thumb notch and then one right behind it. I suppose you could put one over here or something, but I don't think you would see it much. So what we want to do is we want to make this into a pocket. So to do that, all we have to do is we have to not glue the top. We're going to glue the 3 sides, so the 2 that are on either side of each other and the bottom. So adding my art glitter glue, just like that. And then I'm going to be taking the side that doesn't have the hole punch, and we're going to be placing it right up against this right here. I've left just a tiny bit of gap. There's a little bit of a gap here. What I mean is there's a little bit of space between the bend and where I laid the cardstock. Just like that. So this is our back pocket. We've made it already. And now we're going to make our front pocket by simply gluing these 2 pieces, these 2 sides right here. So adding your glue on this side and then the other, and then closing it just like that. I'm going to press it down. And now we've created an envelope with 2 pockets. There's a pocket right here, and we've got a pocket right here. Now let's address our flap. Our flap is a little long. So what we want to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm lightly going to mark my flap. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to cut it so that I'm going to cut it on this side of my mark. So when I cut this off, I'm going to see my mark. So you can see my line right there that I made on there. And now this will fit perfectly onto your envelope. Let's address a little bit of decoration and the closure. So in this one, I thought we could use maybe a little heavier type of lace. And possibly, do we want to put it on the inside or the outside? This one is placed on the inside. I didn't put it on top, I put it underneath. In doing so, you do decorate the inside a little bit, add a little bit of interest to the inside. I think I like it that way. So I think I'm going to do it that way, and I'm going to place this heavier type lace. This is much lighter type of lace, light and airy, and this one's much heavier. So I'm going to open up my flap, and I liked it laid this way. I tried it both ways. I liked it this way. So I'm going to take my hot glue, and I'm using hot glue because it's quick and easy, and it's really great for videos, guys, because I don't have to worry about everything wiggling around. And I'm just going to lay this right on the top, just like that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more glue. This is such a wide piece of lace. I'm going to add just a little bit more glue here to catch that edge to make sure it's glued down well. And now I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to trim it completely straight here, and then I'm going to trim it straight here, just like that. And then let's do the other side. So adding, let's see here, it's going to go this way. I think it goes this way to match. We're going to add our glue. I'm just kind of lining it up on a line. It just kind of helps me. And then I'm going to add my lace directly on. I'm kind of looking at where the holes are in the lace and trying to lay it on the exact same place as I laid that one on, so that when I turn it around, the same amount is showing on either side. And we're going to trim this one completely straight here, and then we're going to trim this one straight. Now, if it still needs a little trimming, you can go back and trim it up just a little bit more. Yeah, very nice. I like that. Now I think I need to trim or glue. Something's going on here. Oh, that's what we didn't do. I didn't re-glue this down because it's such a wide piece of lace that I need to make sure that part's glued down. I can see that I need to maybe trim it right here, possibly right here. Okay, so did I address that? Kind of. I need to really get that little point. There we are. Okay, all done. Perfect. Now it's looking like this. Now we want to put a closure on here. I've got two beautiful colors from Crimson Heart Studios, and I just don't know which one I want. I think I want the creamy color. I will link Crimson Heart Studios Etsy shop down below. If you are wanting to find a good sari silk supplier, that's my go-to. I only use Crimson Heart Studios for my sari silk. Beautiful, beautiful, great selection. So I'm cutting it in half so that I can make it thinner. I'm simply ripping it. It rips lovely. I'm going to cut this off now. And I need to just kind of clean up some of the little frayed edges that happens when you fray sari silk. And that's easily done by just running your hand down it a couple times, and it will catch all those little pieces, clean it right up for you. Now, I want to find the middle. I'm going to lay the middle right across my little envelope right here, just like this. I see there's a couple more pieces I need to remove. Just let me get those before we glue it down. Okay, now I'm going to find the middle again. Clean these off of my hands. Find the middle once more. There's the middle. Now this is probably going to be way too much sari, so we could do it this way. We could wrap it around maybe a couple times. I need to have enough to tie. I'm always worried that, so I'm going to cut it just a little bit now. I'm always worried that I won't have enough to tie a bow. That's always my concern. So I tend to give myself more than I need. Laying it right across your envelope like this. Now I have this very sweet sewing trim that I purchased recently from Amazon, and I thought, oh my goodness, isn't that gorgeous on there? I really thought I'd like to use this today. So let me look and see. I actually think I could do this little tiny flower right here. Now this is this a different color than that? I don't know, it looks darker. I think it is darker. Do I want the darker one or do I want the lighter one? Let's trim this one off and see which one do we like the best. The darker one or the lighter one? Maybe the lighter one. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to open this up so it's not as bulky. Right here where I want to glue it, this is about the middle somewhere. I'm going to add a little bit of glue right down here on my flap. I need to open it up, guys, just so you don't accidentally glue your envelope closed. And I'm just going to glue my sari silk directly onto it. Now I'm going to take my little applique. Oh my goodness, that is so sweet. And I'm going to glue this on. That is my right side. Yes, that's the correct side. I'm going to glue this on just like this. Oh goodness, that is so sweet. As I see here, I didn't really realize that I think I could add some pearls in the center of these flowers, and I need kind of a bigger pearl, medium size maybe is the word I need to use. So let's see, how about if we add this size onto here. That's a perfect size. So adding my glue in the center of my flower, and then just adding my bead. Oh goodness, that's so sweet. Now we need a couple of smaller ones, and I have an assortment here. I bought this assortment from Amazon, and I'm very pleased with it. I bought it a little while back. There we go. Turn it on that side, and then I can pick them up. I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the center of this flower, and then just pop it on like that. And then one on this side. Oh goodness gracious, isn't that absolutely adorable? Now we're going to pull this around, so you're pulling the back around, and then we're just going to tie it right here. Boy, I just left myself enough too. I can trim off this end a little bit like that. Now, do we need maybe, I think these are different color. Yeah, these are white and these are cream. I don't know that I want, now I added a little bit up here at the top. We can still do that. We can add a few right up here at the top just for some interest. I think I've got a couple different sizes. I got a size that shouldn't be in there. That size shouldn't be in there. It got put in the wrong little compartment there. I'm going to lay a little bit of glue down. I need to act quickly and get these little pearls on here. Oh, that's sweet. I really like that. Now inside, as we open it up, I think it needs a little something on the, I don't know what size. I think this goes maybe here. No, I'll have to figure out where that goes in a little bit. I'll put it in my dish. I've got a few little digitals, little pieces here. I'm not sure if I want to. I was thinking of fussy cutting these out. So this one's kind of pretty, but I don't know if I could really get that cut to be the right size or anything. I just don't know. I think it needs to be smaller here, so I'm going to cut part of that off. How does that look? That's not bad. That's really quite sweet on there. I've got a couple of labels. You could maybe pop a label on here. And of course, you know, the label's already inked, but I'm going to just lightly ink up what I just fussy cut and pop it on maybe something like that. Oh, that's very sweet. Also need something right here on top. Now on this one I just took the lace, and I don't know where I laid that lace. Oh heavenly days. It's in my lap. Okay. I just put a piece of lace across the top like this. So let's glue this down first. So I like to glue my little piece when I put them on top like this. I kind of like to see where I want to put it, and then I put it on like that, and then I can put the whole thing where I want it to go. Sometimes I find that easier. And then I'm just going to lay it right in the middle, something like that. All right, now let's address this because I don't really care for how that is looking. And with my other one, I chose to just cover it like that. So I think I'm going to actually do that in this one as well. So I'm going to go all the way across with some glue. I'm just going to lay that right on there like that. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to cut this off and lay it down. Glue it down, I should say. Yeah, so it doesn't change anything in the front, but it really does finish it off nicely on the inside, which I think is extremely important, that everything looks wonderful. Now, you have got your pocket here, and you've got your pocket here to add all sorts of pieces of ephemera, tags, folded vintage letters, whatever you wish to place in there, and it will be a wonderful addition to any junk journal. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.